Welcome, everyone, to another debate from Intelligence Squared US. I'm John Donvan of ABC News, and once again I have the pleasure and the honor of serving as moderator as the 6 debaters you see sharing the stage with me here at the Skirball Center for the Performing Arts at New York University. 6 debaters, 3 against 3, will be debating this motion: organic food is marketing hype. Now, this is a debate. This is not a panel discussion or a seminar. It's a contest. One team will win and the other will lose. And so on to the debate.
Consumer Reports has been deciphering labels since 1936. Our sole mission is to educate consumers about marketing hype, what it is, what it isn't. And for many years, I have to say, in my last 10 years rating labels, we've come across a lot of labels that are marketing hype. Natural, very few standards, no verification. Hypoallergenic, also marketing hype, no standards. Maybe some of you recall the Smart Choices label program, a big green check mark that was industry-sponsored, ConAgra, Pepsi. You found it all over, including Fruit Loops, full-fat mayonnaise, a couple other things. That's also marketing hype, not such a smart choice. Congress passed an act in 1990, the Organic Food Production Act. The USDA runs the National Organic Program. We have certifiers and inspectors accredited by the USDA. This is a public program. Everybody can participate in it, and it is subject to accountability. It is subject to inspection itself.
I think we all have a pretty good idea on how companies market products and deliver information to consumers. Now, how is organic food marketed? What are the principal claims and benefits? Well, number one, of course, is organic farmers may not apply toxic synthetic pesticides. It's just blanket prohibition.
Organic rules are arbitrary, with some practices clearly forbidden because of political pressure instead of science. Eating organically is trendy, edgy, and advocated by all the right people. Organic consumers shop as a form of conspicuous self-congratulations, a chance to pat themselves on the back for their social conscience and to enjoy their superiority over the coupon-clipping bourgeoisie shopping at Walmart.
Mr. Hurst, you really caught my attention when you said that organic agriculture should stop aligning itself with celebrity actresses and start talking to farmers. Michael Jackson, Ray Charles, Britney Spears, Beyonce, Christina Aguilera.
All right. I need a question.
Mariah Carey. My question to you is, should we really be thinking twice and flipping the question around to say, is chemical food marketing hype?
Well then, of course the answer would be no.
The research shows that the majority of people who buy organic food in this country are at the higher end of the educational scale. And I want to ask you, are you saying that all of these well-educated people are actually rather stupid?
You're absolutely right that the people who purchase organic food tend to be from the wealthier sections of society, simply because it's more expensive to buy. And that's, you folks that buy it, you can afford it. There are plenty of people out there in this country who couldn't afford to do it. Does it mean that you're stupid? Absolutely not. But it means that to some extent, you have bought in to what I claim is marketing hype.
What strikes me about this debate is that the tone here is as bitterly partisan as anything that's happening in Washington. And I'm curious about why that is, and it's on both sides, and it's also from all of us here in the hall. There's a nasty feeling to this issue, and I'm curious about why we're talking about food.
I think we're talking about elitism, but it's really that organic food costs more. Organic food costs more to produce, and there's a couple reasons for that. One is that it's incredibly physically labor-intensive. You've got to, as Jeffrey pointed out, you have to pull the weed. You can't just spray a chemical on it. It's harder to do. So there's no question that organic food is harder to produce. But the other major factor that's not been mentioned today is the amazing subsidies that all of our taxpayer money goes to support cheap food production, to subsidize Blake's crops on corn and soy, and the myriad of ingredients that stem from that end up in processed foods, hence creating cheap processed foods. Organic doesn't get subsidies, and that's why between that and what it does, it costs more.
If indeed organic production is more efficient, produces more yield per hectare than conventional, why is organic food more expensive? Why is that? Who's making all the extra money?
The organic food industry, it actually deserves the word industry now, accounts for about 3% of our food supply. It's not threatening the profits of Cargill and ADM and Kraft and General Mills in the marketplace yet, but it is in the world of ideas. So I think organic food and what this whole area represents, it worries the conventional agriculturalist that people are going to start to ask questions about how our food is grown and what's in it, and how it might be contributing to the fact that we Americans spend more than any nation in the world on health care, but our health across a number of measures really doesn't stack up that well. And I think it's a lot about what we eat.
A lot of the produce that's on sale as organic is not actually genuinely organic.
Well, John, I think you should speak for the UK on that, because there's a lot of us that follow what goes on in the United States, and the organic label has meaning in this country.
And let's go back over these questions about marketing hype, because whether or not they're explicit claims made by the organic producers and organic marketers, they are certainly claims that people who buy organic food believe and accept.
The organic food industry has not claimed that organic food tastes better. And the reason that they know it does sometimes, but they don't have the systems in place and the ability to guarantee a consumer that it's always going to taste better. And it's an example of where the industry has not gone over that line to hype its products. Now, there's some consumers out there that are convinced that it always tastes better, and maybe to them it does. But I actually think the organic food industry has been fairly responsible in not getting beyond the science and beyond what they can guarantee.
So the results are in. Before the debate on the motion, organic food is marketing hype. Before the debate, 21% of you were for the motion, 45% were against the motion, 34% were undecided. After the debate, 21% remain for the motion, 69% are against, 10% are undecided. The side against the motion wins. Congratulations to them. Thank you from me, John Donvan, and from Intelligence Squared US.